765 Kingstown, St. Vincent.
Today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tomorrow, the Caribbean. Nice Radio. 90.3, 101.3, 96.7 FM.
The first time I looked into your eyes, I found a place called forever.
And in your smile, my heart
finally came home. One heartbeat, one forever. Your eyes shine brighter than the dawn, a gentle light to lean upon, like morning touching quiet seas. You calm my soul with simple ease.
Your voice is softer than the rain, a melody that heals my pain. Every whisper, every sigh, paints forever in the sky.
Two hearts wandering all alone, now beating like a single tone. Every road has led us here, where love has silenced every fear.
Stay this close,
don't let go,
love keeps blooming
as we grow. The
light in your eyes,
brighter than the morning sky.
Every heartbeat calls your name.
The light in your eyes
guides my soul
through joy and rain.
The light in your eyes,
you're the fire love became. When the evening stars appear, you're the wish I hold most dear. Every moment by your side feels like heaven open wide.
Like the moon upon the sea, your love gently carries me. Every dream I've ever known finds its meaning in your own.
Time may quietly drift away, yet our hearts will always stay. Every sunrise starts anew, still my first thought will be you. The brightest light is the one that lives inside a loving heart.
The deepest promise needs no perfect words.
One look from you
turns fear into peace.
One embrace from you
feels like eternity.
No distance,
no darkness
can never hide
the light
we carry
for each other.
If tomorrow brings the rain,
we'll become each other's rainbow.
If the night grows cold,
we'll become each other's sunrise.
Hand in hand,
heart to heart,
love will never
fall apart.
light in your eyes.
Every lifetime I'll choose you.
The light in your eyes.
One heart, one soul, one endless
love. Love. If every star forgot to shine,
I would still find my way
by the light
in your eyes.
you found me before I knew. I was searching.
And now every road leads back to you. Heart to heart,
Soul to soul,
forever begins.
like the dawn embraces light. You arrived without a sound, turning ordinary days into wonders I have found.
Like the moon upon the sea, you reflect the best in me. Every glance and every smile makes forever feel worthwhile.
Two quiet hearts began to bloom, like flowers waking after June. No promises were carved in stone, yet love became the place called home. Stay with me,
Close to me,
where every heartbeat
finds harmony.
bound by love, like the stars embrace the sky.
Every heartbeat
Beats as one, bound by love, like the river meets the sea.
bound by love.
You are every part of me. If the seasons gently change, still my heart will know your name. Every sunrise, every night, you remain my guiding light.
If the flowers lose their bloom, love will still perfume the room. Beauty lives beyond the eyes, deep within where forever lies.
Every whisper softly grows, like the wind of bamboo knows. Silent, gentle, always true. Every melody is you. Love is not spoken only through words.
Sometimes it lives inside a quiet smile.
Sometimes it waits inside a gentle touch.
Sometimes it sings through peaceful silence.
No chains, no fear,
Only hearts
choosing each other
again.
and again. If tomorrow calls us far away,
I'll still find your hand.
if the stars forget to shine,
I'll still be your moonlight.
forever isn't measured by time,
it's measured
by love. Bound 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 by love.
bound by love.
Every sunrise finds our hearts
Every heartbeat
warm and true.
bound by love.
Every lifetime
I'll choose you.
bound by love.
One heartbeat,
One embrace.
one forever.
Me and you. Me and you. Love never asked for perfection,
It only asked,
for two hearts,
willing to stay.
and we will. And we will. Before words, our souls already knew.
Before forever, I had
Already found you. One heartbeat, one spirit, soul to soul. Hey, yeah, yeah. Like the sunrise greets the sea, your love awakened all in me. Every dream I couldn't find now is written in your eyes.
like the moon embraces night. You became my gentle light. Every breath and every smile makes forever feel worthwhile.
No distance ever truly grows where silent understanding flows. Without a word, without a sign, your heart has always answered mine. Stay this close,
Hold me tight,
love is glowing,
pure and bright.
soul to soul,
So
like the river meets the sea.
like the river meets the sea.
Every heartbeat flows as one,
Soul to soul,
every sunrise starts with love.
soul to soul.
Forever lives inside our hearts. If the seasons drift away, still my heart will choose to stay. Time may softly leave its trace, love will never lose its grace.
If the stars no longer shine, I'll become your morning light. Every shadow disappears when your heartbeat lingers near.
Hand in hand we gently grow, like the trees the rivers know, rooted deep trust so true, every path still leads to you. Love begins long before the first embrace.
Two souls recognize each other.
In the quietest moments,
Your heart is the rhythm.
that calms my storms.
Your love is the peace.
I've searched for all my life.
No beginning, no ending, only love.
Soul to soul, forever. Hey, if tomorrow calls our names,
We'll answer together.
if forever starts tonight,
I'll still choose you.
heart by heart,
Breath by breath,
side by side.
beyond every sunset.
Hey.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I have a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Douglas the Freitas in the morning. Hey, this is Spinchum, and you're listening to Douglas the Freitas in the morning.
I passed by a brethren the other day. If you see he plays, rat and cockroach racing, mosquito fighting one another for come knee in your ears, and the amount of woodlights I see, I had to wonder if them been in the wood with no attack and build the ark. I said, bye, call Flick.
For the eradication of pests, Flick is your answer. Before and after construction of your domestic and commercial buildings, Flick uses environmentally safe chemicals and keep washrooms fresh with the Aroma Odor Control and the FemCare Sanitary Disposal Systems. Call Flick Pest Control today at 457-1857 or click www.flickpestcontrol.com.
Introducing Kitty Care Plus Pico Actin Syrup and Mimglobin Liquid from Maya Organics PVT Limited. Kitty Care Plus is an optimum nutrient for growing children. It promotes physical growth and enhances intellectual performance. Pico Actin Syrup has a synergistic combination of cyproheptadine and B vitamins that help to improve appetite and body weight. And Mimglobin Liquid helps to optimize growth and builds immunity. Get yours today. Kitty Care Plus, Pico Actin Syrup, and Mimglobin Liquid. Available at leading supermarkets and pharmacies. Agent Bowman's Pharmacy. Call 456-2235.
We would like to say that Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum is the best rum in the world. And now we can. Voted the world's best rum at the World Rum Awards 2014, Captain Bligh XO Aged Rum. World class in a glass.
Get value for your money. Shop at Richardson Motors. Shop at Richardson Motors Limited and enjoy 3 services in 1. Hop into our convenience store for a wide array of snacks, drinks, and toiletries. Visit our mechanic shop for a specialized treatment for your brakes, exhaust systems, and wheel alignment at our garage. But there's more. When you shop at Richardson Motors, get a free oil change service, clean, high-quality fuel, or shop from a wide range of automotive parts and accessories. We are conveniently located along the Arnesville Main Road. Drive on up. reliability, convenience, and variety. Richardson Motors is your #1 stop.
Air filters, oil filters, fuel filters, disc pads and brake shoes, clutch disc, pressure plates, rotor plates, engine parts, fan belts, timing belts, oil seals, spark plugs, radiators, radiator hoses, water pumps, universal joints, suspension parts, KYB Japanese shocks for Toyota, Nissan, and Suzuki, tie rods, rack ends, ball joints. You can also get accessories, cleaning supplies, polishes, titanium tint, black tint, Valvoline motor oils, Toyota and Honda motor oils, transmission fluids, Michelin wiper blades, headlights, corner lights, HID kits, HID bulbs and ballast, LED bulbs, and much, much more can be had at Automax Auto Parts. Automax goes the extra mile and spend the extra dollar to ensure that you get first quality Japanese auto parts. Come see the difference at our showroom opposite the basketball court in Camden Park. Call us at 458-2000 or 529-2070. Visit us on Facebook, Automax Auto Parts. Drive the extra mile to get the best first quality auto parts.
Please note that we open on Sundays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Quick Head gets you ahead of the rest. So it's your time to get set. Drink Quick Head. Packed with Bob One Day, Honey Goat Weed, Maca, and Coffee Berry. Drink night or day. Comes in 2 flavors, original and tropical vibes. Please drink responsibly.
Hyundai SVG is proud to celebrate 40 years of excellence with our award-winning lineup, from the stylish venue and versatile Creta to the #1 selling Hyundai Tucson. There's a vehicle for every lifestyle. Looking for luxury? Explore the Santa Fe. Need reliability for work? Check out Hyundai Trucks. Plus, enjoy 100% financing through First National Bank at just 4.5%. Call us today at 784-495-3032 or visit us at www.hyundaisvg.com. Hyundai SVG, where your next journey begins.
No matter where you are in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, your radio is Nice Radio. 101.3, 96.7, 90.3 FM.
Since 2012, we have provided reliable, professional dialysis services in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are now proud to offer you new solutions for your health problems. Each new solution is being delivered to you with the same high degree of care and professionalism. We also use the best technology in the delivery of our services. So, does your doctor need a precise view of what's happening inside your body? Let us perform an ultrasound for you. Ladies, if it's your breasts, then choose our mammography service. For all issues related to men and women's health at any stage in your life, our team can perform the necessary investigations to put your mind at ease and recommend solutions for your problems. If it's to see within your chest or check for broken bones and fractures, then use our state-of-the-art U-Arm X-ray service. For you aging men and women, we can now check your bone density, which will reduce any complications that may arise with overall bone health, osteoporosis, or arthritis. Health Solutions will provide answers and results in a timely, accurate manner in the most comfortable environment, while you are taken care of by well-trained and experienced staff. Please call us today at 451-2836 or 434-3170, or visit us online at healthsolutionsSVG.com. You can also follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Health Solutions, where we are providing solutions in SVG with care.
Look at those beautiful mansions outside. Don't you wish one of them belonged to you?
I wish all of them belonged to me.
Why do you always look happy when you have so little?
Because a big house is wonderful, but a peaceful heart is the real luxury. The richest pillow in the world is a clear conscience. Happiness and money had an argument one day. Money left, happiness stayed. A wallet can be empty while a soul remains fully furnished.
You're impossible. Why are you smiling at that mansion?
Because the owner is probably worried about electricity bills.
And you?
I don't own enough things to stress me.
Tell me real wisdom.
A poor man counts money. A rich man counts investments. A wise man counts blessings.
And you?
I count bus stops.
What attracted you to me?
Your smile.
Really?
Of all the seats in this bus, you chose to sit beside a man whose wallet is on life support.
What have you learned from being poor?
Many things.
Like what?
Money buys comfort, but character buys respect. Money attracts attention, but wisdom keeps attention. Money opens doors, but kindness makes people invite you back.
You're wiser than many rich men.
Of course, because poverty gave me free university lessons.
You really have an answer for everything.
Not everything.
What's one thing you can't answer?
Why a beautiful rich woman keeps following a poor man around.
You truly don't know?
No.
Because every time I talk to you, I leave richer than I arrived.
That's the funny thing about life.
What?
Some people have money, some have wisdom in their minds. The luckiest people find someone who gives them both laughter and peace.
Why do you always joke about being poor?
Because if I laugh at my problems first, they lose their audience. When you can laugh at your troubles lose their power to laugh at you.
What is the secret of a successful relationship?
Simple.
Tell me.
2 people looking in the same direction.
That's romantic.
Especially when they're looking at the restaurant bill.
What is the difference between money and love?
Money says, what can I buy? Love says, what can I give?
Money
makes living easier. Love makes living worthwhile.
What have you learned from poverty?
That value and price are not the same thing.
Explain.
A diamond is expensive. Water is cheap. Yet when you're thirsty, nobody drinks diamonds. The most valuable things in life are usually not for sale.
And what have you learned from love?
That the heart is the only place where 2 people can become rich together without sharing a bank account.
What's the biggest mistake people make in love?
Looking for perfection. Nobody waters artificial flowers.
Meaning?
Real love grows because people accept each other's imperfections. Perfect people don't exist. Perfect acceptance does.
Sir, your ticket has expired.
Impossible.
Why impossible?
Because my confidence is still valid.
Confidence doesn't pay transport fare.
I know. That's why God invented sponsorship. Remember, a man may travel economy, but his confidence should always ride first class. A poor man with wisdom is wealth in disguise. A rich woman with a kind heart is beauty in its highest form. But when laughter joins them together, even the long...
How did we get to this point? Ain't no mystery. We wasted a lot of years simply mashing up the country. Now can we put the pieces together that will redeem this land? I say yes, we can, my brother, but not until we understand.
A view from the outside. Nice vibes on a Saturday, 7:30 a.m. presents a view from the outside with your host Guevara Leacock. We have a country to rebuild. Let's get it done.
To salvage what's left of our nation.
A view from the outside, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. with your host Guevara Leacock.
We got a country to build.
Good morning to everyone listening to Nice Radio and to all Vincentians across our beautiful islands. From the lush hills of St. Vincent to the shores of Beckway, Mustique, Canawan, Myro, Union Island, Palm Island, and Petite St. Vincent. Good morning also to all Vincentians and friends across the diaspora. On a view from the outside this week, Saturday the 8th of August 2026, we turn our attention to Washington's new immigration rules and what they mean for the Vincentian family, with the view being that the United States is quietly closing a door our families have walked through for a century, and it is closing at the very moment we can least afford it. Do you know of Vincentian waiting on a United States visa? A mother waiting to join her daughter in Brooklyn? A son in Boston filing papers for his parents? A young person hoping to study at an American university? Of course you do. Almost every family across St. Vincent and the Grenadines has someone in that queue, because migration is how Vincentian families have always sought to improve their socioeconomic situation. Panama, Curacao, England during the Windrush years, Brooklyn, and Toronto are just some of the popular destinations. When work at home was scarce, the answer was a ticket out, a job abroad, remittances, and barrels at Christmas. We do not usually call this economic policy, but we, on a view from the outside, say migration has been our most successful economic policy. On the 21st of January 2026, this year, the U.S. State Department indefinitely paused the issuance of immigrant visas, the visas that lead to a green card, for applicants from 75 countries. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is on that list. So are Barbados, the Bahamas, Belize, Grenada, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Lucia. The stated reason is something called public charge risk, which is the claim that people from these countries are likely to end up depending on the American state for support. Applications can still be filed and interviews still attended, but no visa will be issued until Washington completes a review, and no end date has been published for that review. That pause is only one layer. A presidential proclamation which took effect on the 1st of January 2026 placed Haiti under full entry restrictions and placed partial restrictions on our OECS neighbors Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica, covering tourist, student, and exchange visas. Certain visitor visa applicants from designated countries must now lodge a bond of 5, 10, or 15,000 US dollars before they travel, money they forfeit if they overstay. 15,000 US dollars is roughly 40,000 EC dollars. Imagine being asked to lodge $40,000 for the privilege of having a holiday, attending a wedding, or a funeral in New York. Grenada was added to that program in April 2026, and recent reports indicate 4 Caribbean nations have now been placed on a permanent bond requirement reaching 20,000 US dollars. On top of all this, new student visa appointments have been halted at some embassies pending expanded vetting. Washington has signed agreements with several governments in our region to accept deportees who are not even their own citizens, reportedly paying out at least 44 million US dollars under such arrangements. Why should ordinary Vincentians, you, be concerned about this? Consider the arithmetic. Our resident population is just about 100,000 and, on the last census, has fallen by roughly 11% over 24 years. As of 2020, some 55,000 Vincentian-born people were living abroad, a diaspora of just about half the size of the population at home. The money they send back is worth approximately 6.7% of everything St. Vincent and the Grenadines produces in a year. Believe it or not, remittances are the most accessible money in our economy. They arrive directly into households, they pass through no ministry, no procurement process, and they go up, not down, when times get hard. Let us take a closer look at which visas have been frozen. The categories caught by the January pause are overwhelmingly family-sponsored ones, the very mechanism by which Vincentian migration has always worked, one relative bringing the next, the remittance flowing back along the same chain. Freeze that mechanism, and you are not simply delaying individual journeys, you are interrupting the meals, money to buy school supplies, and the general survival of hundreds of Vincentian households at once. To be fair, the US would say this is a pause and not a ban, and that the review may yet conclude in our favor, and they would not be wrong. But for a family 7 years deep in a sponsorship queue, the difference between an indefinite pause and a ban is academic. The queue does not know it is only paused, neither does the child waiting in it. The timing is the cruelest part. The war in the Gulf has pushed oil prices some 20 to 25% above last year's average, and Vincentians are currently experiencing the horrors of this in every VINLEC bill that comes into the household. The government promises fiscal consolidation, which in plain language means less public money, not more. This is precisely the moment when the overseas safety valve matters most, and precisely the moment when the US government is tightening it. If young Vincentians cannot leave and the state cannot spend, the pressure must go somewhere. History suggests it goes into unemployment and into crime. Crime, as we know, is currently spiraling out of control in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There is also a matter of principle at stake, and it connects directly to what we discussed last week on Emancipation Day. The governments faring best under these new rules are the ones making themselves useful to Washington, including by accepting other countries' deportees in exchange for payment and relief. The temptation for a cash-strapped treasury like St. Vincent and the Grenadines is understandable. However, a region that has spent a decade building the moral case for reparatory justice cannot hire itself out as the machinery of mass deportation and expect that case to survive. Sovereignty purchased at that price is not sovereignty. Furthermore, sovereignty should never be sold. We, on a view from the outside, suggest three things for our government to consider. First, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs should publish, in plain language, exactly which visa categories are affected for Vincentians and update that guidance as Washington moves, so Vincentian families are guided by facts rather than rumor. Second, plan for Vincentian returnees. If these restrictions widen, deportations will likely rise. The prison population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has just fallen to a 4-year low, an achievement we should not squander by greeting returned citizens with stigma instead of reintegration. Third, diversifying the pathways. Canada and the United Kingdom remain comparatively open, and CARICOM free movement is maturing. A small state like St. Vincent and the Grenadines should never allow one large foreign state to hold the only key to its safety valve. Let us be clear about one thing. There is no published evidence that Vincentian immigrants are a burden on the US taxpayer. A defining feature of the Vincentian diaspora is that it works hard and sends money and other resources home. We are on the Americas list because we are small, because we are poor, and because we are diplomatically inexpensive to offend. The US has every sovereign right to decide who enters it, but the vulnerability these lists expose is ours, not theirs. A country that balances its books by exporting its people will always be at the mercy of other people's politics. The lasting answer is a society and an economy that Vincentians do not feel the need to leave. So this weekend, check on your relatives in the visa queue and ask those who represent you politically these difficult questions. Every year at this time, we watch the hurricane forecast because our geography demands it. We, on a view from the outside, say we must now watch Washington's visa lists with the same care because our demography demands it. Until next week, this is Guevara Leacock with a view from the outside. Have a pleasant day a wonderful and incident free weekend, and a positive week ahead.
How did we get to this point? Ain't no mystery. We wasted a lot of years simply mashing up the country. Now can we put the pieces together that will redeem this land? I say yes, we can, my brother, but not until we understand.
A view from the outside. Nice vibes on a Saturday, 7:30 a.m. presents a view from the outside with your host Guevara Leacock. We have a country to rebuild. Let's get it done.
To salvage what's left of our nation.
A view from the outside, Saturday, 7:30 a.m. with your host Guevara Leacock.
We got a country to build.
Okay, well, with that, we got Dave Roberts. Dave, good morning, Dave.
Yes, good morning. Good.
Dave, you muted your microphone again. This is happening too often. You have muted your microphone again.
No matter where you are in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, your radio is Nice Radio. 101.3, 96.7, 90.3 FM.
Dave, you keep muting your microphone. You have to be careful. So start over. You hear me?
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you now, but please don't mute your microphone again. It happened last week and it happened a week before. So please don't mute your microphone. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is when I was pleasantly surprised to hear such a presentation. Really and truly, I wonder how many Vincentians are aware of what with our Leacock just presented there. I wonder how many of us have following how the mighty US of A do their thing, especially under such a US government led by Donald Trump. Is there a way out? Is there really a way out of all of this? And listen to some of the figures quoted there. How much money you have to have now to go to the United States of America? I mean, it is frightening. It is really frightening, alarming to me anyhow. Maybe because I don't have money like some others, I have to speak like this. But I won't be surprised. I really won't be surprised if there is a cutoff in the number of Vincentians now wanting to go to and we refer to America as the land of hope and all sort of things we say about America, as though they will save us and that sort of thing. Yes, we all know the role of America, but listen to what was presented this morning. Are we going to, well, maybe I shouldn't ask the question, but it makes me ask the question, are we going to survive this in this new dispensation?
But David, it goes deeper than most people would think on the surface. It's not just...
Well, right, that's what I'm asking, why I'm saying that all of this.
It's not just...
Because
it's not just...
It has made me think deeper to the reality.
It's not just what you talk about, when we talk about having to put up a bond money if you want to go away, which is impossible for most people. Most people, 99% of the people, is impossible to do that right now. But more than that, it is going to affect, take simple things, the tourism industry. In that, the loads for aircrafts coming into St. Vincent and the Grenadines at the AIA would be greatly affected. And you may find that you won't have daily flights anymore. You might go back to 2 flights per week, because if you don't have the seats being occupied going out of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where locals can travel freely, you will find that airlines that started to develop the route, like American Airlines and Delta and the others, you may find that instead of having daily flights, we would end up having bi-weekly flights once again. And
well, you bring that side of it.
But this is a serious issue. So what happened to the hotels? When we are investing into hotels and all kinds of things, you see what can happen. It's a domino effect,
Well, however you look at it, with my basic common sense, that's why, I said when I, listen to this thing, and as Wivara presented it more and more, I had to really take a good listen, hearing to what he's saying. Yeah, of course, all what he just said, there are implications as a result of all of this. Those are things we can't get away from. Who is going to save us? Where is our next godmother or godfather? Do we have any? Do we have any of them to look forward to now? Anyhow, maybe I'm a bit too excited or concerned about all of this. Over the next few months or whatever, I think I'll be better, way more sensitive to this. But already, I don't want to make. I am aware of certain things happening, even from a family standpoint. I understand why certain things are happening. So and to hear this presentation, I hope a lot of Vincentians get the message as to what Wivara Leacock presented this morning, and our government especially. Our government especially. Do we have the government to deal, the government people, the resources and all of that? It's interesting. It would be interesting. This should be a national discussion.
Well, Dave, it is also, it shows you the importance of us being a united front from the Caribbean Latin American zone. Because
all of that.
It forces us to come together as a bloc. Forces us to come together diplomatically, collectively, economically, and otherwise. Because when America takes stands like these, because I've been reading that in the news for quite some time, showing and
nobody can stop them.
No, that's their prerogative. But how do we counter? And
well, that's an important question right now. Yeah, I'm hearing
that. Because a country without the resources, we are very poor countries. We have tasted.
We're helpless to a certain extent. I mean, how is our administration, especially for a new dispensation now taking office, with all the bad money that was spent by the previous administration? I don't want to question if that was ignorance.
You see why Brazil refused senior American personnel visas to go to Brazil? I read those things that I do in the news all the time. I keep the pertinent things that I keep bringing in the news from Nice Radio is so that person would listen. But a lot of persons don't listen. They don't listen. They have itchy ears. They want nice time and things, but they're not looking at some of the serious issues that are affecting us. But Brazil says, okay, that's your position, America. I would show you, because I have the capacity to tell you that I could treat you the same way. And senior persons Congress people, governmental people from the USA, Brazil say, we will remove your visa. You have no visa status with us. Those people, you can't send them down here. They're not coming down here.
What a thing, what a thing. I am excited now to know what is the future with all this announcement in terms of, going to the United States of America. Is it still going to be our savior? Some people must be laughing at me. What's wrong with you? If you could raise all that kind of money to go to America and so on, is it possible? Is it going to be like what we knew it used to be? That's why I never had all that thing about me going to America and that sort of thing. But then again, it's a wall. It's a wall of people living where we all are living, and we have to come up with all kinds of ideas. Some of them not acceptable, regrettable, and all of that. Some of us is just taking advantage over others to see how, and then some of us are being used by the mighty United States of America. But time will tell. I just wanted to respond.
And that's the time I have for you, Dave. We got to go. God bless.
All right. Thank you.
Hail to the black man while sitting on your hands in your pockets. Yeah, hey. Colonial vultures crawling under our nose, the motherland and keep snatching it piece by piece. But all is not lost. There's an urgent need to retrieve plus reclaim. Yeah, my paternal grandmother used to say, it's never too late for a shower of rain. Top off those chains, come around your brains. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, grab up your arms and run, come. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, action back to retraction. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, grab up your arms and run, come. Dig up your arms, grab up your arms, time to defend our queendom. I'm Africa. Oh, ancient ancestors from Alkebulan. To my African leaders, lead our people with genuine pride. Yeah, resist all temptation from your Asian Western bribes. Yeah, it's our obligation to preserve our resources for post generations. Yeah, come on, let's clean up our backyard. Africa for Africans, a yard and abroad. Don't be that fraud. I play that green card. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, grab up your arms and run, come. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, send back no retraction. Dig up your arms, pull up your arms, grab up your arms and run, come. Dig up your arms, grab up your arms.
General Hardware still has the best prices on steel, lumber, and plywood. So go on, compare prices. And if by chance you find a better price, no stress. Just talk to the General, and they will beat that price plus give you special priority delivery. Yes, General Hardware offers free island-wide delivery on most purchases, so you never have to worry about getting your goods on site on time. Plus, shopping at General Hardware is a pleasant experience. hours with friendly, knowledgeable staff always ready to serve. What more could you wish for, huh? So come to General Hardware for proper service, lowest prices, free delivery, and see why nobody beats the General. Nobody.
Randy Supermarket is perfect for all your grocery needs. We have a range of liquor, liqueur, and wines, fresh and quality bread, and our weekly specials will simply amaze you. Conveniently opened 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. We have competitive prices and friendly staff. Randy Supermarket, located at Lower Bay Street and Terrell Street. Call us at 456-2994. Randy Supermarket, where shopping is fun.
Your staircase isn't just to get from one floor to another. It's the centerpiece of your home. At District Stairs, we specialize in turning ordinary stairs into extraordinary features. Whether you're looking for a brand new stair construction, refinishing an existing staircase, or adding beautiful railings in wood, glass, or other modern materials, we've got you covered. Our expert team designs with one goal in mind, to help you stand out. Let your staircase be a conversation starter, the statement piece. Visit District Stairs today and build something unforgettable. Step up into elegance with District Stairs.
Nice Radio's news highlights is coming to you with the compliments of the following.
Are you ready? Something groundbreaking is here at Lanes. Introducing our new website, www.lanesvg.com. Log in and enjoy a new level of shopping experience where you can browse our products, create an account, and complete your orders. We offer a completely modified mobile experience, making it fast and easy to browse and shop while you're on the go. Embrace the innovation of Pick and Pay or access our safe and secure online payment option. Enjoy our new online store experience where online shopping is now at your fingertip. www.lanesvg.com. Power on, shop now.
Psst, hey, what if I told you I knew your type? Your baking and cooking flour type. Like, if you're the kind of person that loves that home-style taste, Easy Bake is your best bet. Or maybe you're looking for variety. Well, Kerrygold Specialty Flour is exactly what you're looking for. And if you have passion for top quality, purity is the perfect choice. ECGC Premium Quality Flour, Easy Bake, Kerrygold, and Purity. ECGC, the taste of the Eastern Caribbean.
From the legendary banks of the Demerara River in Ghana comes a rum crafted with centuries of tradition. El Dorado 15-year-old Special Reserve. Aged for 15 years, this world-renowned rum delivers a luxurious blend of rich caramel, dark chocolate, dried fruits, warm spices, and smooth oak, creating a taste that is deep, complex, and remarkably smooth. Celebrated by rum lovers, novices, and persons who hold themselves to high standards across the globe, El Dorado represents the true heritage and prestige of Caribbean rum. El Dorado, crafted richer, aged deeper. Agent and distributor Gonzalez Liquors.
It is 1.5 minutes after 8 o'clock. You listen to Nice Radio's Saturday morning Nice Vibes News. The Ministry of Education is inviting stakeholders to participate in a forum of comprehensive school safety next week. The forum, hosted by the Minister of Education, Vocational Training, Innovation, and Digital Transformation, the Honorable Philip Jackson, will take place on Wednesday, August 12, beginning 8:30 a.m. at the UWI Global Campus. The event will bring together key stakeholders to discuss strategies aimed at strengthening safety and security within the nation's school. The forum ongoing efforts to create safer learning environment for students, teachers, and staff. The Medicinal Cannabis Authority, MCA, has announced the rebranding of its National Cannabis Festival following what it describes as an overwhelming success of its inaugural event. The authority says cannabis SVG Festival will now be known as Cannabis SVG Festival, reflecting the stronger focus on business, investment and innovation, international collaboration within the industry. The Cannabis SVG Festival 2026 is scheduled to take place October 29th to the 31st under the theme Cultivating Strategy, a Strategic Partnership for Cooperation and Trade. According to the MCA, the inaugural festival attracted participants from across the Caribbean, North America, Latin America, and Europe, helping to establish St. Vincent and the Grenadines an emerging player in the regional medicinal cannabis sector. Local agriculture sector is expected to benefit from the introduction of new smart IoT farming technology by Taiwan Technical Mission. The system is designed to help farmers better respond to the effects of climate change by collecting, monitoring, and reporting important environmental and farming data in real time. Head of the Taiwan Technical Mission, Kevin Ling, says the technology will provide accurate information to help farmers make better decisions and improve productivity. The announcement was made during the graduation ceremony of the first cohorts of the Agricultural Productivity Recovery and Young Farmers Training Project at Orange Hill Biotechnology Center. Sub-Lieutenant Alpheus K. Francis of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard Service has placed 5th overall among 31 participants from 11 countries following the completion of junior officers course at the Guyana Police Force Academy. The 8-week regional training program held June 1st to July 29th also included Assistant Superintendent of Police Ronald Benjamin of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. The participants received training in areas including ethics, investigations, public order command, disaster management, human rights, and community engagement. The training is expected to further enhance the capacity of law enforcement officers in leadership, decision-making, and operational effectiveness. Meanwhile, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is expected to benefit from the regional experience gained by the 2 of its officers following the completion of the junior officers course in Guyana. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is currently investigating the shooting incident at Rockies that occurred August 6, 2026, that resulted in the death of Akeem Ferdinand, a 30-year-old laborer of Rockies. At approximately 8:05 p.m., police responded to reports of multiple gunshots at the Rockies. Upon arrival, police met 30-year-old laborer with what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds about his body. A medical practitioner subsequently attended the scene and pronounced him dead. And investigations into the circumstances surrounding the incident is ongoing. In the region in Guyana, ExxonMobil has recovered all of its investment made in Guyana to date, a development that now entitles Guyana, the country, to benefit from 50% or half of the oil being produced in the Starbuck block. The revelation was made by Chief Executive Officer, CEO, and Chairman of Exxon, Darren Woods. He told shareholders, "The success of this development has set a new standard for the industry and frankly has exceeded our expectations. Delivering on tight schedule and optimized production has resulted in recovering our capital and costs nearly 2 years earlier than anticipated." In Trinidad, a 19-year-old businessman was arrested yesterday after police seized 2 firearms and 200 rounds of ammunition during an anti-crime exercise in the Western and Eastern Divisions. Police said officers of the Western Division Task Force went to the teenager's home in West Moorings, where, acting under emergency powers regulation, they conducted a search. The search resulted in the discovery of the 2 firearms, 4 magazines, and 110 rounds of 9mm ammunition. The teenager was arrested. Also, there were 148 grams of cannabis. Grenada, the project inception and workshop for the initiative aimed at strengthening sustainable land and soil management, improving water security, and reducing drought, was conducted in Petit Martinique with the engagement of stakeholders, including residents, farmers, businesses, and other beneficiaries. The project, which aims to directly benefit 400 persons, with about 50% of the beneficiaries being women and girls, will seek to build local capacity in sustainable land and soil management. In Barbados, a multiple ministry crackdown has forced temporary closure of one of the Barbados' oldest funeral homes. This action has left government trying to remove 17 unclaimed bodies aimed concerning allegations that residents were being affected by embalming chemicals. In an emergency hearing at the Supreme Court on Wednesday, Chief Justice, the Most Honorable Leslie Haynes, granted the High Court injunction sought by the Ministry of Health, effectively slamming the door shut on the mortuary operations of Two Sons Funeral Home for the next 6 weeks. Dominica's international airport remains on schedule for completion during the second quarter of 2028. Runway construction is now more than 60% completed, and over 400 Dominicans are directly employed on the project. The update was provided during the 2026-2027 budget presentation on August 4th, where the airport was described as the largest infrastructure investment in Dominica's history. An Antiguan man is in pursuit of the former Miss Dominica pageant contest, who he claims defrauded him of $20,000 by using his credit card without permission and making phone calls from his telephones. Audley Phillips said that the young woman spent $10,000 on his credit cards, as well as making phone calls to Germany, England, costing some $4,800. In Jamaica, Jamaica spent more than 25 million US dollars, or 3.9 billion Jamaican dollars, restoring its network after Hurricane Melissa, including $12 million during the second quarter, as it continued to reconnect fixed lines customers in Western Jamaica. Liberty's Jamaica operation, led by Flow Jamaica, reported a $5.2 million, or 2% reduction in 6 months revenue to US $204.8 million US dollars. Ghana's President John Dramani Mahama is calling for policies that would make it easier for people of African descent living outside Africa to return to the continent and pursue residency or citizenship opportunities. Mahama said repatriation should be recognized as a right rather than an act of charity. In Latin America, police fired tear gas as thousands protested against a private property bill. Here is a report from Al Jazeera. Let's get this back up on my screen. Okay, sorry about that.
We're here about a block from Argentina's Congress, where the Senate right now is debating a law that many people here have been protesting about. It's a private property law that until now the government wanted to use it to allow foreigners to own Argentina's land. And there's thousands of people that have gathered here to protest against the government of Javier Milei. There's lots of tear gas here right now. People have been chanting on the streets, Argentina is not for sale. In the past weeks, we have seen football players, artists, politicians criticizing the government, trying to criticize the government for what they say is trying to profit from Argentina's land, trying to profit from Argentina's natural resources. The government says that this law is crucial to try to attract foreign investment in Argentina, but people here are saying that this is not the way, that selling Argentina's land to foreigners is not the way. Until now, Argentina has a law that allows foreigners to buy around 15% of Argentina's soil. People here say that that figure should not be increased. There's lots of tear gas. We're seeing the police advancing. People here say that they will remain on the streets because they have already succeeded.
In Canada, Quebec's premier says U.S. products will remain off the shelves of its government-run liquor stores, regardless of reports that Canada is readying to meet some U.S. demands, including a rollback on its ban on American alcohol. According to a Friday statement from Premier Christine Fichetti office, in context with the current trade war, it is essential to defend Quebec's economic interests. The Premier office says the removal of U.S. alcohol from shelves will remain in effect until an agreement that we deem fair has been negotiated. Meta has been ordered to pay a record $942 million after a U.S. judge ruled the company failed to protect children from harm of the social media platforms, and a court in New Mexico imposed some $567 million in penalty, adding to its earlier the $375 million award in the case. The ruling marks the largest financial penalty Meta has faced over child safety. Judge Bryan described Meta as a public nuisance, comparing the company's impact on children to pollution from a factory. A federal appeals court has ordered President Donald Trump administration to halt construction on the $400 million ballroom project at the White House.
A federal appeals court is blocking President Trump's White House ballroom from continuing construction, delivering a major setback for one of the president's key renovation projects. Here with the latest is the Hill's legal affairs editor, Zach Schoenfeld. Zach, thank you so much for joining us. So what did the judges say about the ruling?
A big loss here for the president on his ballroom project here from the D.C. Circuit. The court saying that above ground construction must stop and that below ground construction, that can continue, because the president is still saying that he wants to put in some security features below ground. But the big, massive ballroom that the president has been talking about so much publicly for months is now once again on hold. This is a 2-1 decision here from the D.C. Circuit, an appeals court in the nation's capital. It was a decision along ideological lines. You had the two judges appointed by Democratic presidents here on the panel. They voted against President Trump. And then the sole Trump appointee on the panel, that judge voted with the president. So a split decision, but it does mean that all above ground construction, unless it's necessary for some of those security features that are said to be built underground, it all now has to stop unless the president now goes to the Supreme Court.
So what did the majority and then the dissent say in their rulings?
This is all about what is the congressional power here over White House grounds. And what these two judges in the majority said is that this project had no congressional approval. I'll just read you here some from the majority opinion, saying that it is Congress's job under the Constitution for any of these major construction and security projects at the White House to protect the safety of presidents present and future. And saying that when President Trump ordered that the East Wing be torn down last fall, that had no authorization. The president, of course, has been focusing on the fact that he is using private funds, including donations from many large corporations for this. But the appeals court saying that still this needed congressional approval.
Ivory Coast cocoa buyout operations have been completed. Here is that.
Ivory Coast's cocoa buyout operation has been completed, the country's Coffee Cocoa Council said on Thursday. The regulatory body said the government spent a total of 280 billion CFA francs to purchase 100,000 tons of cocoa beans from farmers facing a slowdown in exports. The sector saw a drop in global prices last year after reaching record highs in late 2024. As unsold beans piled up in warehouses, the state intervened to clear the backlog and support producers. But producers have challenged government figures suggesting that the actual quantity of unsold beans far exceeded 100,000 tons. In March, the price paid to farmers was cut by almost 60%.
Uganda's parliament voted on Thursday to deploy troops to the Gaza.
Uganda's parliament passed a motion on Thursday supporting President Museveni's decision to deploy soldiers to the Gaza Strip. The troops will join the UN-mandated International Stabilization Force tasked with securing the territory and overseeing its redevelopment following the devastating Israel-Hamas war.
You should be very, very proud as Ugandans that Uganda People's Defense Forces is viewed as the anchor of stability in a sea of turbulence regionally and now globally.
Israeli military has announced that 2 of its soldiers have been killed in combat in southern Lebanon after it launched retaliatory strikes that killed at least one person. The soldiers died and 4 others were seriously injured when an explosive device blew up in an area where they had been operating on Wednesday, according to Israeli media. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan and Turkey have signed a joint defense agreement.
Amid a raging war in the Middle East, a defense agreement has been signed between Pakistan, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia. Pakistan's foreign ministry says it's intended to strengthen collective deterrence against any act of aggression. CBS News senior foreign correspondent MTS Tayyab has more on what this means.
Well, look, this is probably one of the most consequential security realignments that we're seeing in the Middle East. The idea that Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan not only have a security pact with each other, but in it they also have something that's sort of being described as a NATO-style agreement, which is an attack on one is an attack on all. Now,
At least 7 people have died after a teenage boy allegedly shot his grandparents, some teachers in school in North Nairobi. Here's this.
At least 7 people have been killed after a teenage boy allegedly shot 5 teachers at his school north of the capital, Bangkok. The 14-year-old suspect was said to have killed 2 of his grandparents at his home, where he lived with them before going to the school. Well, these images are the emotional scenes from outside the school a short while ago. At least 15 other people are injured, including 2 who are in a critical condition.
So that's the news highlights for the day. Nice Vibes Saturday News. We got sports coming up. Stay tuned tonight. Just about 8:20 is the time. After that, we have the death announcement and then the birthday celebrations.
And now for the latest in sports, sponsored by the following.
What does a mom and daughter have in common? Well, we both love creating tasty treats with flour. I use Easy Bake for that traditional, homemade, fresh bread, out of the oven family feeling. My daughter, she loves Kerrygold specialty flour for the variety like rye, multigrain, herb and garlic, and more. Whether it's the taste of tradition with Easy Bake or the creative range of Kerrygold, it always tastes and comes out great. ECGC, the taste of the Eastern Caribbean.
Looking for sporting gear for all sports? Well, there's only one place to shop. ComSport. ComSport supplies gear for cricket, soccer, netball, table and lawn tennis, track and field, and more. ComSport provides brand name soccer shoes, socks, shin guards, balls, slippers, goalkeeper gloves, and many more accessories. Plus uniforms, complete with tops, shorts, socks, and numbers. Also in stock, cricket gear, balls, pads, shoes with spikes, batting gloves, netball shoes, balls, and bibs. And to top it off, ComSport has introduced a new line of trophies for all events. It's located in the Computech building on the 2nd floor, opposite the financial complex on Bay Street, Kingstown. For more information, call 456-2691. That's 456-2691. ComSport.
CK Graves and Company is the number one supermarket for 100% contention. Contention supermarket. We've got more of what you're looking for in multiple locations to serve you more and more. In business now for over 50 years, and you will always save by shopping right here. Oh yes, we're number one. CK Graves and Company, and we are Vincent John, a supermarket for you and me.
St. Vincent Containers proudly introduces its high-quality bathroom tissue. Furtis, Lilies, Mitsubishi. Manufactured to conform to local, CARICOM, and international standards. Tested and certified by the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards. No roll less than 300 sheets. Legitimate sheet and core sizes. Virgin pulp, no recycled. Soft but not lightweight. Professionally produced and packaged. Now available throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Furtis, Lilies, Mitsubishi. excellent Vincentian products.
In your hand is more than just a bottle. It's the iconic green glass, crowned with the red star, carrying a legacy brewed since 1873. Crack it open and hear the crisp refresh that sets the mood. One sip, smooth, perfectly balanced, refreshingly cold. The malt, the hops, the unmistakable taste of quality. This is Heineken, pure, original, and always worth the moment. Heineken, open your world. Must be 18 years or older. Heineken, distributed by ECGC.
On Friday, August 7th, you can help realize your dreams with a lotto jackpot of $149,000. Your dream vacation, a university degree, that new ride, your new house can all suddenly be within your reach. What a little lotto can do. It's a lotto jackpot of $149,000 this Friday, August 7th. You have to be in it to win it.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
$220,000. That's the Super 6 jackpot for Friday, August 7th. It's $220,000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
8:24 is the time we start with sailing. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Sailing Association is celebrating an impressive performance by young sailors Scarlett Hadley and K.I. Marks Decent, who probably represented St. Vincent in the nation's I-420 class at the 2026 Central America and Caribbean Games. While the pair missed out on medal, their achievement is no less significant, competing against some of the region's most experienced sailors. In Series 12 races, Scarlett and K.I. demonstrated determination, resilience, and rapid improvement through the regatta, ultimately finishing 6th place overall, just losing to Barbados in the closely fought battle for 5th place. Also, this country's sailing program continues to gather momentum as 14-year-old Joshua Winhart is representing St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the ILCA4 class at the Youth World Championship in Denmark. Meanwhile, immediately following his campaign in the Dominican Republic, K.I. Marks Decent will travel to Denmark to compete in the ICL CA6 World Championship next week. In Beckway basketball, in the under 12 division, Ninja defeated Falcons 12 goals to 3. Ninja leading scorer was Chase Kidd at 6 points. The under 16 division, Golden Knights defeated Titans 12 to 11. Golden Knights lead the goal scorer Jeremy Hunt with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 steals, and 1 block. Titans lead scorer Aiden Denny at 5 points, 3 rebounds, 15 steals, and 1 block. In the first division, East Blazers defeated Court Kings 60-44. East Blazers leading scorers Jermaine John with 29 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 steals. Thursday, 6th of August, on the 12 division, Grinch defeated Seagulls 6-4. Grinch leading scorer Simon Miller with the 6 points. On the 16 division, Titans defeated Hornets 12-8. Titans lead scorer Ray Joseph 8 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 14 steals, 3 blocks. Hornets leading scorer was Stevon Lloyd 5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. Upcoming games for the 12th of August on the 12th division, Seagulls versus Ninjas. On the 16th division, Golden Knights versus the Titans. And 2nd division, Rising Stars versus Apex Elite. In the Barley football, if I can find that, in the Barley football, in the South Leeward, SVG Football Federation Village Rams South Lead Inter-Village Football Competition, Lower Camden Park defeated Lomans Bay 3-0. The goal scorers were Nyron Delplesh, Malcolm Stewart, and Dominic Thomas for the Lower Camden Park We give you the rest of the sports report for Saturday, 8th of August 2026. In football, there was no games yesterday and Southeast Development Inc. football at Stubbs. However, the game will continue today with Twin Ballers versus Jebel FC at 4 p.m. and on Sunday, the 9th of August, Team T Village Ballers versus Computech 1 at 4 p.m. There's no information posted on the Barley football competition that is taking place in Curtains, Barley. In cricket, in the CPL at Arnesville in St. Vincent, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons won the Jamaica Kingsmen by 2 wickets with 0 ball remaining. Jamaica Kingsmen 167 for 7 of 20. Antigua and Barbuda Falcons 168 for 8 of 20 is the opening of the CPL in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The games continue over the weekend with this evening St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots would come up against Trinbago Knight Riders, and on Sunday the 9th of August, Antigua and Barbuda Falcons would come up against St. Lucia Kings. In the bombshell announcement, West Indies cricket head coach Darren Sammy has finally stepped down from his position. In West Indies under-19 women's cricket today, Leeward Islands under-19 women would come up against Windward Islands under-19, and Trinidad and Tobago under-19 women will come up against Jamaica under-19. Also, Barbados under-19 women would come up against Guyana under-19 women. In men's one-day international series, Afghanistan beat Ireland by 92 runs. Ireland 207 all out in 33.4. Afghanistan 299 for 8 of 47. In the 100 women, Sunrisers Leeds women beat Birmingham Phoenix women by 9 wickets. Birmingham Phoenix women 107 for 9 off 100 balls. Sunrisers Leeds women 111 for 1 off 69 balls. In the men's game, Sunrisers Leeds men beat Birmingham Phoenix men by 45 runs. Birmingham Phoenix men 124 for 8 of 100 balls. Sunrisers Leeds men 169 for 7 of 100 balls. In ICC Men's World Cup League 2 Tri-Series, Scotland beat Canada by 9 runs. Canada 272 all out in 49.2. Scotland 281 for 7 of 50. In football, in the English League Cup first round, Wolverhampton Wanderers beat Port Vale 3-2. Stevenage beat Wycombe Wanderers 2-1. And Middlesbrough beat Wrexham 1-0. In the UEFA Women's Championship League qualified third place, Bredilik beat Dinamo BGU 3-2. And Severnet Chionis beat Akitobe 4-0. In the Scottish Championship, Patrick Thistle beat Livingston 2-1. In club friendlies, 1. Bayern Munich beat Aston Villa 2-1. In Irish Premiership Division, Derry City beat Sligo Rovers 2-0. Drogheda United and Galloway United played to a 0-0 draw, while Shamrock Rovers beat Dundalk 3-2. In the Portuguese Premier League, Estoril and Flamaliso played to a 1-1 draw. In tennis, in the Canadian Open Centre Court Women's Singles Round 32, Elena Rybakina beat Anna Lee 6-2, 7-5. Leila Fernandez beat Mira Andreeva 6-1, 6-4. And Ariana Sabalenka also beat Sui Zhang 6-3, 6-4. In the men's singles round 32, Talon Gripsport beat Matteo Anali 3-6, 6-4, 6-3. Ben Shelton beat Zuzu Bergs 6-3, 6-2. Rafael Jorda beat Lorenzo Musetti 6-4, 6-3. Jabut Mensik beat Terence Atamin 7-5, 6-4. And Arta Arendj beat Francis Tiafoe 6-2, 2-0. That's all for sports, Dougie the Freighter's present.
The weather is brought to you with the kind compliments of the following.
Operating a business these days can get really complicated. What if someone slips and falls? What if you get robbed or burglarized? What if the truck crashes and you lose everything? What if one of your employees get damaged? What if your product makes someone sick? Worry no more. Let Sentry Insurance protect you from those what ifs. Sentry Insurance, offering employee liability, workman compensation, public liability, cash and goods in transit, bonds, professional indemnity, contractors all risk, and more. Talk to one of our friendly agents today. Call our Kingstown office at telephone number 456-2247 or Beckway 458-3855, or contact our representative, Mr. Jason Sargent, in the Bayshore Mall in Beckway at 454-4260. Call Sentry Insurance today. We can protect you. Sentry Insurance, upstairs the First St. Vincent Bank Building in Kingstown.
Hennessy, a cognac founded in 1765, established by Richard Hennessy in Cognac, France, distributed by Arcado SVG. Hennessy, drink responsibly. The weather is compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Sentry Insurance at 6 a.m. The weather was partly cloudy, hazy, and breezy. The winds northeasterly at 24 kilometers per hour or 15 miles per hour. The temperature was 27.6 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity was 83%, and the barometric pressure 13.3 millibars. The last 24 rainfall was 0.4 millimeter. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 24.9 degrees Celsius. Sunset today is at 6:29 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow 5:51 a.m. Marine conditions: one high tide at 1:22 p.m., one low tide at 9:54 p.m. Sea conditions: slight to moderate in open waters with swells 1 to 1.8 meters, with a marine advisory stating small craft operators and seabathers should exercise caution for reduced visibility in Sahara dust haze. In the synopsis, a tropical wave is affecting the islands. The forecast for today: occasionally cloudy with moderate haze and few showers. The weather advisory states: take the necessary precautions due to reduced visibility and poor air quality resulting from Sahara dust haze. In the region and beyond: Trinidad 26 degrees and partly cloudy, Barbados 25 degrees and cloudy. Nothing available for Antigua and Barbuda. San Juan, Puerto Rico 27 degrees and fair. Miami 28 degrees and partly cloudy. New York 23 degrees and partly cloudy. Toronto 21 degrees and partly cloudy. London 23 degrees and clear. That's the weather compiled at the Met Office at the AIA and brought to you compliments Hennessy and Sentry Insurance.
Nice Radio's death announcement comes to you every weekday at 9:20 a.m. and 3:20 p.m., Saturday 8:35 a.m., Sunday 2:45 p.m., and sponsored by Memorial Funeral Home. For more information, call 45-81013 or email bdsnice@gmail.com.
When we lose someone we love, it's never easy. But in those difficult times, having people you can trust makes all the difference. At the Memorial Funeral Home and Crematorium, we're here to help you honor and celebrate the life of your loved one with care, compassion, and respect. We're located right in the heart of the Maraqua Valley, directly opposite the Emmanuel High School Annex, and in Kingstown at the Russell Shopping Mall in Stony Grounds. So wherever you are, we're close by. Our modern crematorium, the only one of its kind here in St. Vincent, offers families an affordable option, almost half the cost of a traditional funeral. We provide 2 air-conditioned chapels for private viewings and services, and a wide variety of caskets to suit every preference. At the Memorial Funeral Home, we understand what families need in their time of loss: comfort, care, and support you can depend on. For more information, call our Mespo office at 784-458-8888, our Kingstown office at 784-453-2697. Please note, The Memorial Funeral Home and Crematorium is not connected to any other funeral homes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The death is announced of Kamisha Ariane Kwame, also known as Kem of Fairburn Pasture, who passed away on Sunday, July the 5th, 2026. She was 35 years old. She is survived by her mother, Yvonne Kwame, father, Ralph Kwame, children, Anthony and Alicia Kwame, Kareem Clark, brothers, St. Elmo Davis in Anguilla, Oliver Samuel in Trinidad, sister, Onika Davis in Barbados, grandmother, Ivor Kwame in St. Vincent, nieces, Shanika John, Aitia Davis, and Amalia, nephews, Jaheim, Tyrese, Deshaun, and Avante Davis, aunts, Maureen, Patricia, Denise in St. Vincent, uncles, Ebert, Winston in St. Vincent, one in-law, cousins in Barbados, Venice Davis in Fairburn, Errol Primus, Jasmine, Cattell, Katine, Keisha, and Chiral. Close relatives and friends, the Kwame and Samuel families in Enhams, Antigua, Trinidad, the USA, and St. Vincent. Other relatives and friends, the Davis family in Fairburn Pasture, the Samuel family in Fairburn and Fountain, the girls and guys on the block in Fairburn Pasture. The funeral service of the late Kamisha Ariane Kwame, also known as Kem of Fairburn Pasture, will take place on Sunday, August the 9th, 2026 at the Fountain Seventh-day Adventist Church. The body will lie at the church from 1 p.m. Service begins at 2 p.m. Interment at the Fountain Cemetery. The death is announced of Ricardo Errol Young, also known as Cardo of Leyu, who died at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital on Thursday, June the 11th, 2026. Left to mourn are his sons, Dougal and Carden, his beloved grandchildren, Caden, Kanai, and Savannah, his companion, Jantley, and her children, Janique and Janine, sisters, Tricia, Jean, Bridget, and Cheryl, brothers, Dawson, Patrick, Curtis, Noel, and Christopher, nieces, Jenny, Phoenix, Danny, Frankie, and Shanda, nephews, Maurice, Sean, Isaac, and Raphael, his aunt Nola, and Uncle Kenny, his beloved cousins with whom he shared a brotherly, sisterly, and uncle bond, Dr. Alston Beckett Cyrus, Yvonne Dawn Cyrus, Noel, Ava, Emma, Naomi, Barry, Beebs, Ricky, Eunice, Tonya, Kimberly, Talisa, Makeda, Zore, Aaron, and Noel Jr., members of the Mount Olivet Spiritual Baptist Church in Leyu, his close friends, Fraser, Jerry, Cooper, and Junior, in-laws, Junior, Wesley, Shanta, and Garfield, the Young, Walker, Cyrus, Ambrose, John, Dopwell, Kane, Hines, Prince, and Patrick families in St. Vincent, the USA, the UK, Canada, and Trinidad and Tobago, along with many other relatives and friends and well-wishers at home and abroad. The funeral service for the late Ricardo Errol Young, also known as Cardo, of Leyu, will take place on Sunday, August the 9th, 2026 at the Mount Olivet Spiritual Baptist Church in Leyu. The body will lie at the church from 11 a.m. Tributes begin at 12 noon, service at 1 p.m. Interment at the Leyu Cemetery. The death is announced of Charles Evans Thomas, also known as Jordan of Fairhall, who passed away on Thursday, July the 30th, 2026. He was 79 years old. He is survived by his wife, Mrs. Merle Thomas, children, Charlie Thomas, employed at SG De Freitas Limited, Jason Thomas, Jennifer Robinson in Jamaica, Janelle Alexander, employed at the St. Joseph's Convent, Kingstown, brothers, Fortin Moses and Martin Thomas, sisters, Helena and Ella Thomas, Adele Johnson, grandchildren, Kerris Thomas, Jamani, Rima, and Tyler Robinson, Melody Alexander, and Naomi Thomas. Many nieces, nephews, and cousins in St. Vincent, Barbados, Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Tortola, and the USA. Close relatives and friends, the Thomas family in Big Yard Greggs, Shadell Cyrus in Ratamill, Norman Robinson in Lacroix. Other relatives and friends: the pastor and members of the Hilltop Tabernacle Church, Golden Vale, the Sutherland and Bergin families in Choppins, Frankie Dopwell, the workers at Bajan's Garage, Golden Vale, friends at Teresa's shop in Caliqua, neighbors, the Byron, Scott, Samuel, and Deacon families in Fair Hall. The funeral service of the late Charles Evans Thomas, also known as Jordan of Fair Hall, will take place on Friday, August the 14th, 2026, at the Hilltop Tabernacle Church, Golden Vale. The body will lie at the church from 12 noon. Service begins at 1 p.m. Interment at the Golden Vale Cemetery. The death is announced of Naomi Angela Hansen, also known as Mama of Spring Village and Beckway. More details will be given in a subsequent announcement. The death is announced of Elvis Carlisle Mackenzie, also known as Presley of Arnisville, who passed away on Friday, July the 17th, 2026. He was 56 years old. He is survived by his children, Shaquille Mackenzie in Hong Kong, Tamisha Mackenzie and Tariq George in Virgin Gorda, BVI. Brothers Noel, Lawrence and Cleve in St. Vincent, Joel and Ishmael in the USA. Sisters Eloise, Stephanie, Gwendolyn and Rita in St. Vincent, Angela in the BVI, and Sharon in Barbados. Grandchild Tavia George in the BVI. Many nieces and nephews in St. Vincent, England, Barbados, and Virgin Gorda. In-laws Maxine in the USA, Natasha and Augustine in St. Vincent, Lindbergh Royer in the BVI, Augusta Roberts in Richland Park. Caretaker Andrew Brother B. Ballantyne. Close relatives and friends: Trisha Kojo in the BVI, the Harry family in Arnisvale, Marge Brown and family in Arnisvale and the USA, Sherry May George in the BVI, Sylvia Batiste in England, Arnell Aberdeen and Lexon Davis, Gladys James in Mespo, Calvert Ford and Kerwin Daly in the USA, Maxwell Skelly Ashton in Rillen Hill, Trevor Mufford in Dorsetshire Hill, the Jackson family in Dickey Mespo. Other relatives and friends: the guys on the block at the Mango Tree Bar in Arnisvale, the Jackson family in Arnisvale, the Roberts family in Redemption Shops, the management and staff at the Bitter End Yacht Club in Virgin Gorda, the community of Arnisvale. The funeral service of the late Elvis Carlisle Mackenzie, also known as Presley of Arnisvale, will take place on Saturday, August 8, 2026, at the Fountain Gospel Hall Church. The body will lie at the church from 11 a.m. Service begins at 12 noon. Interment at the Belair Cemetery. Please note that the Van Buck will transport persons from the roundabout to Fountain. The death is announced of Clarence Asker Peters, also known as Christopher Peters of Leyu and Lomans Windward, who passed away on Tuesday, July the 21st, 2026. He was 100 years old. He is survived by his 5 children: Francis Hazelwood, Gail Hazelwood Rogers, Deborah Hazelwood Harry, Bernadette Hazelwood, and Augustus Peters, all in St. Vincent. 21 grandchildren, including Damila, Michael, Michelle, and Deidre, all in the USA, Mr. Sean Hazelwood in England, Randy and Harry and Shadi in Canada, Kurt, Shakita, Kamara, Latoya, Jamal, Nellie, Shellyan, Ezra, Valdi, Iroy, Kendall, Ken, and Nikisha in St. Vincent. 53 great-grandchildren, 18 in the USA, 5 in Canada, 5 in England, 25 in St. Vincent. 6 great-great-grandchildren: Sister Rebecca Bacchus Cruikshank in North Union, sons-in-law Desmond Rogers and Levi Harry, daughter-in-law Carol. Many nieces and nephews, including Jenny Bacchus, Carol Bacchus Richards, Jeshu and Alfred Bacchus, goddaughter Onika Simmons. Many other relatives and friends, including the Bacchus and Peters family in Lomans Windward and Chapmans, artists and Merla Hazelwood, Gayleen and son Wickham, Eldika Hepburn in Barley, Madeline Hazelwood, May McDowell, Anna Chapman, Lubine Simmons, Frederica Williams, and the members of the Mount Olivet Spiritual Baptist Church in Layou. The funeral service of the late Clarence Asker Peters, also known as Christopher Peters of Layou and Lomans Windward, will take place on Sunday, August the 23rd, 2026, at the Mount Olivet Spiritual Baptist Church. The body will lie at the church from 12 noon. Service begins at 1 p.m. Interment at the Layou Cemetery. The death is announced of Godric Felix Sidney Bino, also known as Sidney Bino of Rumaren, Kanawan, who passed away on Thursday, July the 2nd, 2026. He was 75 years old. He is survived by his wife, Mrs. Leah Bino. Children, Patrick, Felix, and Sheldon Bino in Kanawan, Zora Hepburn in the United Kingdom, Dinah Bino in Prospect, Obadiah Kwesi Patrick in the BVI, Stephan and Kieran Patrick in Kanawan. Brothers Anselm Bino and Terence Terry Bino in Kanawan, Ewart Oliver, Simeon Stowe, Wilfred Kidd, and Fillmore Hazel in Beckway. Sisters Bernadette Sandy, Bridget Jack, Gemma Bino Sandy, Gracelyn and Wendy Bino, Mona and Donna Stowe, Sylvaline and Glenda Oliver, Kayleen Hazel John, Diana and Allison Williams, Abigail Gail Kidd in Beckway. Grandchildren, Deron Batiste, Shania Bino, Chanel Edwards, Limar and Jabari Hepburn, Elrico Jackson, Danica Doroshe, Rihanna Williams, Rodon Simmons, Daniel Doroshe, Matthew, Obijah, Miles and Isaiah Patrick, Onaya Joseph. Great-grandchildren, Anaya Walters, Jasai Williams, and Kai Batiste. Many nieces and nephews. Aunt, Ninita Bino in Beckway. Uncles, Jude and Jason Bino in Kanawani. Son-in-law, Felix Hepburn. Aunt-in-law, Selby Bino. Brothers-in-law, John Sandy, Leslie Quinde Jack, and Angus Garraway. Sisters-in-law, Daisy Bino and Carla Garraway. Many cousins, close relatives and friends, including Andrew Foyle, Donnan Doroshe, Helen Foyle, Eugenia Foyle Samuel, Hyacinth Simmons, Gerard Frederick, and Marilyn Joseph in Kanawani. Caretaker, Naomi Gracilla Garraway. The funeral service of the late Godric Felix Sidney Bino, also known as Sidney Bino of Rumaren, Kanawan, will take place on Saturday, August 22nd, 2026 at Our Lady of the Assumption Roman Catholic Church in Kanawani. The body will lie at the church from 12 noon. Service begins at 1 p.m. Interment at the Lewis Cemetery, Retreat Village, Kanawan. The death is announced of Joseph Christopher Davis, also known as Black of Richland Park, who passed away on Sunday, July the 12th, 2026. He was 58 years old. He is survived by his children, Rochelle, Shamelia, and Shanelia Davis, 17 brothers, 15 sisters. Grandchild, Preston Sherman. Many nieces and nephews. Aunts, Janet Mofford in St. Croix, Agneta, also known as Ina in Florida, Roseanne Davis in St. Vincent. Uncles, Hinkson Davis in Trinidad, Severin Davis, also known as Tony in St. Croix, Kendall Davis in St. Vincent. Cousins, Natasha, Peggy, Maurice, Fitzroy, Marva, Moses, Becky, Connell, Debbie, Latoya, Hildred, Joel, Clifford, Benjamin, Camille, Amanda, Anita, Carol, and Rona. Close relatives and friends, Anita, Suzanne, Troy, Oliver, Cuthbert, and Sylvana Thomas. Winston, Ashford, Wilfred, Atlee, and Edwina Davis. Winston Japlum Davis, Arlene Dawn John, Alston, Squitty Davis, Ian, and Carlisle Grant. Other relatives and friends, Althea Williams, Devon Richards, Randall Snacksman Tony, Austin Munsey, Teresa Munsey, Leonard Cordis, Kenzie Williams, Denny Rollins, Skelly Munsey, Kenton Shatter Peters. The funeral service of the late Joseph Christopher Davis, also known as Black of Richland Park, will take place on Saturday, August the 15th, 2026 at the Joyful Praise Tabernacle Church in Richland Park at 1 p.m. There will be no viewing. Interment at the Richland Park Cemetery. The death is announced of Jacqueline Samuel Pear of Cemetery Hill, formerly of Spring Village, who passed away on Tuesday, June the 30th, 2026. She was a former employee at the Kingstown Town Board. She was 74 years old. She is survived by her children, Patricia Morris and Keith Campbell in St. Vincent, Angela Campbell Ambris in the USA, Odette Campbell in Canada. Grandchildren are Nessa Campbell John, Matika, Jamar and Zachary Morris, Kitisha, Oraldo, Kitona, Orana, and Alyssa Campbell, all in St. Vincent. Carissa Campbell Jackson, Nikisha Campbell Woods, and Anika Campbell in the USA. Ashel Vaughn Campbell, Asia, and Aiden Campbell in Canada. Great-grandchildren Wyatt, Megan, Jada, Savannah, Sole in the USA. Omarion, Zalea, Enrico, Rayma, Jamari, and Renaya in St. Vincent. Caretaker, Rashawn Scottle. Sisters, Sylvia Campbell in St. Vincent and Patricia Blackman in Barbados. Brother James Samuel in St. Vincent, also known as Buddy Davis. Sons-in-law, Amos Ambris in the USA and Keith Morris in St. Vincent. Daughter-in-law, Irene Campbell. Grandsons-in-law, Romello Woods in St. Vincent, Rafiq Miller in the USA, Omari John in Tortola, and CJ Vaughn in Canada. Granddaughter-in-law, Larisha Morris. Many nieces and nephews abroad and in St. Vincent, including Antoinette, Dawn, Galen, Donicia, Lonette, Desreen, Lexi, Grace, Monique, Elton, Sydney, Grafton, Trakeem, Danley, Renal, Shamar, Terry, Larry, and Steve. Close family, the Campbell and Samuel families in Spring Village, Bitty Maxman and family in Rockies, the Campbell, Roberts, and Scrub families in Barley, the Mass family in Coleshill and Tromoka, the Pear family in Fitzhughes and Chateaubelair. Close friends, Joycelyn, Bernard, Daniel, Vatsy, Eureka, Vesta, Maxie, Brother Taxi, the Hull family in New Montrose, and the Keel family in Spring Village. The funeral service of the late Jacqueline Samuel Pear of Cemetery Hill, formerly of Spring Village, will take place on Sunday, August the 16th, 2026, at the St. Peter's Spiritual Baptist Church in Old Montrose. The body will lie at the church from 12 noon. Service begins at 1 p.m. Interment at the Kingstown Cemetery. The death is announced of Mr. Benito Young, also known as Roger Hull, milkman, Black Hull, and Roger of Bayaboo, who passed away on Sunday, July the 12th, 2026. He was 70 years old. He is survived by his spouse, Marcel Woodley, 6 children, 8 grandchildren, 6 nieces, 4 nephews. Close relatives and friends, the Hall family in Bayaboo, the Young family in Georgetown, the Snack family in Stubbs, Charles Ford, Glenda Batiste and family, the management and staff at C.K. Graves and Company Limited, Carmen Martindale and family, Sam Goodluck and family, the Gibson family in Daphne. Other relatives and friends, Ivor Providence and family, the staff at the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands and Surveys Department, Cicely Joseph and family, Margaret London and family. The funeral service of the late Mr. Benito Young, also known as Roger Hull, Milkman, Black Hull, and Roger of Bayaboo, will take place on Saturday, August 8, 2026 at the Bayaboo Methodist Church. The body will lie at the church from 1 p.m. Service begins at 2 p.m. Interment at the Bayaboo Cemetery. The death is announced of Mrs. Jemima Backus of Prospect, who passed away on Thursday, July the 2nd, 2026 in Florida. She was 93 years old. Left to mourn are her 6 surviving children, Kay Backus Batiste, Hyacinth, Dawn, Lennox, Alden, and Anthony Bacchus, many grand and great-grandchildren, relatives, and friends. A memorial service will be held in Antigua, where she lived with her daughter Hyacinth for a while, on Wednesday, July the 22nd, 2026. A subsequent announcement will be made regarding a memorial service in St. Vincent. The death is announced of Kamisha Ariane Kwame of Fairburn Pasture, who departed this life on Sunday, July the 5th, 2026, at the Levi Latham Health Center in Mesopotamia. Further details of her homecoming will be heard in a subsequent announcement. Nice Radio extend our deepest condolences to the bereaved.
When we lose someone we love, it's never easy. But in those difficult times, having people you can trust makes all the difference. At the Memorial Funeral Home and Crematorium, we're here to help you honor and celebrate the life of your loved one with care, compassion, and respect. We're located right in the heart of the Maraqua Valley, directly opposite the Emmanuel High School Annex, and in Kingston at the Russell Shopping Mall in Stony Grounds. So wherever you are, we're close by. Our modern crematorium, the only one of its kind here in St. Vincent, offers families an affordable option, almost half the cost of a traditional funeral. We provide 2 air-conditioned chapels for private viewings and services, and a wide variety of caskets to suit every preference. At the Memorial Funeral Home, we understand what families need in their time of loss: comfort, care, and support you can depend on. For more information, call our Mespo office at 784-458-8888, our Kingston office at 784-453-2697. Please note, the Memorial Funeral Home and Crematorium is not connected to any other funeral homes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Your life, your vibe, your cola. So represent.
Your life, your vibe, representing the best cola. Me and talk about Zest Cola. Right. From me, open the cola. Me a look for the best cola. Look to the left, me see the Zest Cola. Look to the right, me see the Zest Cola. Zest Cola are the best cola. Represent for the Zest Cola. Zest Cola are the best cola.
Zest, your life, your vibe, your cola. Zest, represent with the best cola available island-wide at your favorite bars, restaurants, corner stores, and supermarkets. Zest, your cola, your vibe.
So fast pay, on you an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Nice Radio's birthday celebration package is brought to you with the compliments of the following.
Hannah, guess who nearly burned down the kitchen trying to make gourmet ramen?
You again?
I had no garlic, no butter, no vibes, so I ran to my seat quick.
Just for ramen?
I came out with dinner, dessert, and even items to clean up. Plus, points on my loyalty card. I even transferred money and still had time to grab a little wine.
So, basically, you lived it out.
Honestly, with the parking, service, and the WhatsApp updates, I might move in next week. Who else doing it like that? Massey Stores, our family serving your family and your last minute cravings.
Welcome to Subway, where you can always have it your way. My name is Stacy. What can I make for you?
Hey, Stacy. I'll have a chicken teriyaki salad. All veggies, please. And for my daughter, Naomi, a pizza. Naomi, what would you like to have on your pizza?
Pepperoni
Pepperoni bacon. They've got tomatoes as well. Pepperoni bacon. What about some fresh onions, corn, pineapple? Pepperoni bacon. Naomi, you can also have olives, jalapeno, extra meat. Nope, pepperoni bacon. Stacy, can I have one chicken teriyaki salad, all veggies please, and a pizza with pepperoni and bacon?
You can have it your way.
Come into our uptown or downtown location today or order on your favorite delivery app. Subway, have it your way.
The birthday winner of the week will receive a $20 gift voucher from Massey Stores and a $20 meal voucher from Subway.
Okay, it's celebration time. Once on a Saturday, just around now. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend, and how are you this morning?
I am nice, great, and wonderful as usual. Who's celebrating?
Okay, I have the total package because my boss will be celebrating his birthday tomorrow in advance. Mr. Curtis Lewis of Lodge Village, of Lewis Attawall, the number one Attawall in St. Vincent, the Grenadines, from his loving wife, Stephen Lewis, his two children, Christopher and Rebecca, also from his mother-in-law, mother, brother, sister, every family member, from the staff of the Lewis Attawall, and also from myself, Mrs. Beth, and family, Simone and her son, Justin. We all come together to wish our boss a wonderful and a blessed day tomorrow when he comes around, and that he will enjoy it to the max. To all those who are celebrating, my brother will be celebrating on Tuesday, so I will call back in Tuesday.
Call me that day. Well,
yes,
I hope you sell a couple cars today so that he could.
Yes, I do hope you sell a couple cars and that every. Yeah, my loving boss, man. All right, then, W, you take care.
All right, then. God bless. All right, Curtis Lewis is celebrating. Got some celebration on the WhatsApp, which is 498-3802. Call, text, leave a voice note, whatever you want to do. Anniversary greetings. Good morning, Mr. D. Extend greetings to Joy and Nolly King of Oya on the 24th year of togetherness. May the enjoy many more years of marital bliss from family circle and happy house in Chumbuka. We love you both. Enjoy. And coming from Cornish. A blessed good morning. I am sending out a special birthday greetings to a wonderful, loving, caring, and one of the most kind-hearted women I know. And she is our mother, Advira Mackenzie of Byra Village. She is celebrating her birthday today. Greetings is going out to her from her loving daughters, Christiana and Orleni. We both come together to wish her all the very best. God's blessing on her life always, that she may live to celebrate many more years by God's willing, and that she must enjoy the whole month. As always, that we love her so much, we will can't ask or could not ask for a better mother. Good morning. I want to send out happy birthday to my son Nigel Lewis, coming from his mother Tara and his father Nigel John and his grandmother and his sister Amara John. And he's from Fair Hall. And good morning, Dougie. I'm sending out birthday greetings to Aliyah Charles of Camden Park, celebrating today, wishing her an awesome day. Greetings from the whole family circle. Also, we got Curtis Harewood from Kingstown is celebrating. Nathan Daniel Peters in Georgetown is celebrating. Sylvia Solowan in Kingstown is celebrating. Gerald Warren of Byra is also celebrating. Joan James celebrating. Velty Singh is celebrating. Cariel Balcom of Spring Village celebrating. Fleur Vasquez is celebrating. Jennifer Peters also in Miami is celebrating. Along now, as you know, Nigel Lewis in Fay Hall, Curtis Lewis, Lodge Village, Lewis Auto Supply, Lewis Pharmacy. Well, I hope Mrs. Lewis gave him a lot of kisses in the back of his neck. And Aliyah Charles in Camden Park. That's the birthday celebration. Stay tuned to Nice 96.7 1013 90.3 FM on your dial. The next celebration would be tomorrow at 3:45, whilst we take the commerce man, Julian Guy, commerce man. Don't make
Good morning, Doggy.
Pauses who tell me, say that. I ain't said that on my own.
Pussy.
Yeah. He put words in my mouth, put a tongue of fire on my lips, and say, diss him.
Yeah. Well. I understand that he went up in Dixon and a young youth man run him out. I don't know why he should do that. I can't understand.
Yeah, he beg him back for night.
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
Well, he said but he says Bel Air he's living, so I don't know. I don't know.
Well, big youth, but him. Boss, he say, because I'm blind, I can't see the butt coming.
Oh my God.
It's only a friend know a secret, you know. Only he could
it has to be. It has to be. So.
But I beg you, I say, beg you, you had another woman of Dixon. You run, come down Bel to get close tonight. But now they're all you up in Mespo. So where you doing all this thing here?
But it's not even Bel Air. Now his living is way up in Mount Pleasant. So I don't know how he reached down to Bel Air. I mean, I know we have a nurse down there. You know the nurse lady, Millie. I mean,
well, she's the advisor. Millie is the advisor. Millie mix up some Billy Bush and give him. She said she boiled it for 22 minutes. I said, why Millie, why 22 minutes? Because 22 is a magic number.
Is a magic number?
Yeah, for that sort of feelings.
Well, I understand celebration still going on all up in South Rivers. Nell says she's still celebrating, so don't think she finished.
Nell me just make up what me want.
Yeah.
She said she clear out a nice pond in the river for me and her to go.
Yeah.
For me and her to go.
So you can go and have a good swim. She don't catch out all the macaque.
She sell a lot of socks down there. So
watch with them socks too.
When heavy water could chase with macaque, they had to go under the stone. Socks stone and hold on to the stone. The water don't do it anything.
No.
That's why they call it socks stone.
Well, them people down so they say it's a whole month. People down in Coast Hill, a whole month they say so. They don't even think they get started as yet. But I know happy house, real happy.
Yeah.
Carnis.
Carnis doing nice this morning. She sent me a message for her friend Joy and Nolly King up there in Oya.
Yeah,
she said happy. She said happy house, real happy.
Oh, because I mean landlord and them hold on office. She says she ain't saying not a word, but she says something because landlord she.
No, how could she say not a word when she spoke about 20 words?
Well, this is what I said. She says she ain't saying a word.
Not a word. but she spoke a lot. Her sentences were very elongated.
Yes.
Boy, Springville. I wonder how Springville is doing.
Well, she said she wanted to stay on to make sure Joanna had a good birthday. So she would be up soon. So you gotta look out for her pretty soon. But she still say she making some time. Still staying on some time. I know how she's staying so long there.
And they got some people down in Chateaubelair. You know them Finley down in Chateaubelair?
The Finley.
Yeah, I sell my them.
Ah.
Wait, that's where Mikey Finley come from.
he from Chomoka.
Chomoka. So what you doing now in Chatham? Wait, you know there's a coach now named Michael Finley for the football. Yeah, Canadian coach.
Oh.
Some people name funny, so maybe it's that guy who went down Chomoka to look for talent.
Well, I know Miss Ellis and them down in Chateau down there. She does kick up as Eloisa.
Ellis, you mean Miss Ellis?
Eloisa
what? Ellis? Ellis?
Yeah.
You know Mr. Ellis
I know Jonetta does say, ma'am, behave yourself.
Jonetta is a trouble lady.
Yeah. She's a trouble.
Born for trouble. You know I haven't seen for a long time? My old time girlfriend down there, Miss Westfield, and the beautiful, nice tan looking with eyes of kind of greenish looking eyes, and beautiful, nice lady. You remember her name? You don't know
green-eyed lady, the pretty eyed lady.
You know the thing.
Green eyes. She's the reverend, you know.
I have a friend who saw her one time by Massey, you know, and I was speaking to her and so forth or whatnot. And when he walked all outside behind me, I go into my vehicle, he say, "Hey, doggy, touch my shoulder." He said, "Doggy, who's that lady inside there you've been talking to?" That is a small, I said, "Boy, that's my friend." I said, "That's my friend." Him, well, try a good word, give me now. I said, I said, if I put a good for nothing word, because you are good for nothing.
Oh,
yes, good for nothing,
nothing good for him.
Yeah, nothing good for him.
Well, you know that's the lady up Murray's village friend.
Oh, that's
that
a friend?
Lady. She says she hiding from you. She says she hiding. She want you see she.
That's her friend. I never knew that. I never
Margaret.
knew that. I never knew that.
Yeah, she's just a friend.
Oh, she. Hey, Happy House, Julian. I am listening to you. I'm in Belvedere this weekend. Oh, she have what? Go and tell Khan is going to get married again. What she doing in Belvedere?
What's she doing in Belvedere?
Yeah, she said Green Eyes is from Pito. It's from the Pito, not Chomoka. Both of us have it wrong, but I know Westfield and them all of them. It's Pito, yeah, it's Pito girls. Yeah, my girlfriend.
Oh,
my girlfriend.
So them is your girls and so on.
Yeah.
Well,
Khan is spending out weekend.
Yes.
Well, in a nice way, the family suite. We all over the place, you know.
Well, of course. I mean, I noticed he ain't say nothing about Pong. She fixed you up real good there. She silenced you.
Yeah, my fridge full of blackfish, you know. Pong sent me a whole caucus bag of blackfish the other day. And you know, Pongs have the heart to tell me back they catch back plenty blackfishes. And Pong said, I can't take anymore. Yeah, I'm just letting you know. So I'm just letting you know. At least as a least look out for me, but Lance John don't look out for me. The only thing Lance ever do for me, I meet him up by Belial. He was scoping out in prison. He said one day I was up the hill doing an antenna, and he sit down there relaxing on the partner by the shop, and he bought a nice big thing of callaloo for me. So I went to buy the water cool up there. So I just drink the water from the pipe, but I love that. And he just sit down, he say, I just come here to cool out. So when I go inside the shop now, we tell the man, he say, "Hey doggy, don't charge doggy today, man. Don't charge doggy. Put that on my bill." I say, Lance is a big boy, he got bill close to the prison.
Well, you know, that is Otek body, you know. That is a tech buddy.
Ote give me, Ote tell me a thing on the boy. What my Ote get there? I say, Ote. He say, Doug, you know I love to look at the sun. I say, but I will damage your eyes. He say, nah. Ote have some weird philosophy when you're ready, you know. But he says baking his eyes in the sun. Good morning, Ote. Yeah. He's baking his eyes in the sun. That's all you is a mash up your eyes. Where they get all I know, because Lance in his partner, eh?
Yes,
the thing
buddy.
is that when the two of them, one support one party and the other support the other party. and Oteknis have to go and play music for his party, right?
Yes.
And when Otek go now, Otek ain't getting any food. They say why they don't feed the people from that party. They what a confusion.
Well, I hope you check your WhatsApp. You know, it's about time that 10 go up, doggy. You check your WhatsApp and make sure that 10 operating today.
No, I see nothing from her at all.
You see anything from her? Like it's really happening. Like what are you saying? Like she really gone somewhere.
And the weather is good now, but you see, today's the day she should really come out because all them people coming to watch cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
She had to feed them with local food, but she ain't doing anything. You know?
Well, the young lady says she had so much of a good time and she's back in what they name it twice, New York.
Oh, New York.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, good morning. Well, I know Vanda is not feeling too happy because I mean she big daughter left and is back in the US, so she's not so happy about
that. I spoke to her. At least we text one another. She sent me a nice sweet voice note to say, don't make your husband see you. Send me them voice note to say, Doggy, I miss. She said, and all it was, Doggy, I miss you so much.
Oh wow, Cascas.
So I hope her husband is see that voice note there. You know, that's otherwise she get in trouble. Anyway, she said she recovered nice night that she came to St. Vincent, and St. Vincent, the island of love, according to.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
And you know the sweet lady is over in the UK. That island lady.
She went back to UK.
Judy.
She went to
UK?
she's in.
She's in the UK. So
she
probably having a cup of tea.
She going to retire now?
No, she ain't ready to give up.
Yeah.
She ain't ready to give it in yet. She's been sanctioned to do a new single, but she's not so sure if she's gonna do it. Judy,
talk about that. No, I have some persons who listen the radio station from South Africa, and the person told me that that they did go to see her concert. They like her music was very popular in South Africa at one time. He say,
yeah, that's her home, man.
Yeah. So that's nice, you know. See, Vince, they're all over the place, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, now, but they said nobody there about the place like Bejan. Daniel Cummins' father said to us when his father was building some work by my mom's house one time years ago. And Daniel Cummins' father was a really hater. He make you crack up. He said, oh, you all know why they had to lap Jesus' foot to put the nail in his feet? He said because it was 4 gold nails. And the only Caribbean person was in Jerusalem at the time was a Bajan, and he took one of the nails. Honestly, that's what he said. Yes, so Mr. Cummins, where you get them things from? He said, man, don't worry about that. That's it. See, that's problem with Bajan. That's why. So they're responsible. We say Bajan responsible for Jesus' feet lapped together with 1 nail. Because it was 4 gold nails and a Bajan teeth one. You see confusion?
Well, that's it. Well, I understand. I understand the major is locking up the gate now. I wonder why.
Which one? Why they lock up gate?
I don't know why major locking up the gate.
No,
What happened? He want to pass you?
No, he didn't put the lock. He closed it.
He closed it.
He closed
Why
it.
he put no lock on it?
Yes, he said he allows certain people to come in.
Major.
wait. Carnes say I'm happy. I'll say Douglas. I am at my sister's property, doing some upkeeping. You know, she is my girl. I know I went there already. My sister, they not sister passed away, I think.
I ain't believing with Carnes, you know. Carnes is a smart lady, you know, doggy. I ain't believing, you know. Carnes! I ain't believe a word you said, okay?
She's enjoying herself, man. No worries.
If it wasn't Chomuka, I would have believed.
Well, we gotta go up. We gotta go up to see what happening up in Chapel.
We have to investigate why she would leave way down so and go way up.
I
So
ain't speaking about Carnes. Carnes is a well respected and
lady.
Yes, and she never.
So we're talking about the lady up so.
Right.
The lady who having her Sabbath today.
Yes.
Well, you can't say anything about her on her Sabbath, the doggy. She don't say that already. You will make her sin.
I did not say anything about her. I said that she's good.
JB.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me, somebody is trying to call here. I don't even know who the person is. But it's supposed to come up on the phone. But I tell you something. You enjoy yourself down in Mustique. I never got my cheesecake.
You ain't got your cheesecake as yet?
And you have
you'll get it, man. You'll get your cheesecake.
You never took the message.
She gonna fix you. She gonna fix you. You know she gonna fix you.
Never took the message.
It's one thing about her. She's committed, you know.
All right, yeah. I hope so.
Well, I understand. Stick up on them long days carrying on. Stick up.
Yeah, stick up doing okay.
Yeah. Stick up carrying on, man. Still going on.
Yeah, stick up. All right. They want to behave himself. This all.
Yeah, to behave himself. I mean, but this is his
Let
weekend.
me see if
so he's
Vin
still
gonna
carrying
come
on.
up, so I gotta throw you off the phone now. And because Vil might go.
Well, let me say happy birthday to Lafon Llewellyn. She's in Canada. She's celebrating today. Lafon.
Llewellyn?
Yes. And all the siblings want to wish Lafon happy birthday. Jojo over there in the BVI, Victor Indy, everybody. Cedric, Francine, all in Sasha Smiles, everybody. Gayleen, they want to wish Lafon a happy birthday and hope that she enjoyed.
I hope she has a great
day. That's it, doggy.
You behave yourself and don't get in any trouble.
Well, the young lady over there in Montrose, she said she sent some instructions for her daughter out in Canada. We'll be celebrating her.
If I get to say good morning to Miss Bays then, and I have to say
yes.
good morning. I have to say good morning to Tatis and Queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Bays then. Good morning. Well, she says she don't give Sharon all the instructions as you have had requested.
Spicy had birthday in the week here. I might ask Spicy.
Yes, well, I understand she carry on. I happen to have some photographic view and
Spicy saw Sam took her on a romantic ride in a donkey cart. You know, there's all these cats and buggy, the buggy that ride around Manhattan as it's what do you call this, nostalgic.
Sam, what's up, man? well, she spice it up, man. She spice it up. So that's good.
Hey, Leroy, I won't tell you what's Leroy's real name, right? He said, "Good morning, you guys on Power Talk. Take me out of your comments. Me and Percy are good friends, and I will not take advantage of him." Well, go back, Dixon. Tell him go back, Dixon.
That's what.
I know you would.
That's what youth always say. They always cover the track, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, anyhow, he's forever young. He's the youth.
He's a youth.
Yeah. I'm gone now. Okay.
Have a good weekend, doggy.
Okay, all right. That's my sidekick, the Julian guy. Julian from the Guy family. All right. Well, I haven't seen anything out of the way with Healthy Vibes. I see him send a Facebook page here. I don't know what it is for. He didn't send a footnote in the matter to say, well, if I should play that and so forth. But I will play that, it depends on what it is.
Everybody move, let your body move. Show me the bye, give me the bye. Keep on grooving.
Nice Radio presents Healthy Vibes, a live health education program aired on this station on Saturday mornings. Healthy Vibes looks at the total person, physical, emotional, social, and spiritual, with emphasis not only on diseases and conditions, but also on the importance of individual, family, professional, and political responsibilities to health and well-being. Healthy Vibes addresses issues not often talked about. It is solution-focused. So join us this Saturday and every Saturday for Healthy Vibes on Nice Vibes on Nice Radio. I am Vin Abbott.
And I am Dougie the Freitas. Good morning, Vin.
Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va aujourd'hui?
Ça va très bien, merci.
Je vois. Très bien. Dougie, how are you doing?
I am nice, great, wonderful. I'm trying to keep my head above all the waters that are trying to swamp me.
So, do you have a tube or something, that's helping you to float?
I have a life raft.
You have a life raft.
Yeah, Jesus is his name.
Wonderful. Well, good morning.
Go ahead.
I'm
And that one ain't no joke.
Mhm.
Without him, I'm
Talk to
nothing.
Yes, that is so correct, and that is really sort of a leading into what we want to talk about today. And I guess your direct line that you throw out or he throws out is through prayer. Am I correct?
Yeah, I say he's on the plumb line.
Well, let me say good morning to all our listeners. Good afternoon, good evening to you, good night to you, whatever the time in your place. So happy to have you for company at this time for Healthy Vibes with yours truly and Dougie the Freitas down there on St. Vincent and the Grenadines, yours truly in Toronto, Canada. Hope all is well with you amidst all the challenges. Like Dougie, I hope you have a life raft that is helping you to stay afloat amidst all the challenges of today's world, regardless of where you're located on planet Earth. And Dougie alluded to the fact that for him, the life raft is Jesus Christ represents the life craft. And the communication very often for many of us, especially of faith, people of whatever religion, prayer is a significant way where we stay connected with the power, with the Holy Spirit, especially when times are really rough. Should always be there, regardless of how circumstances are.
Before you do your program, I just came to me on mine. I know it was AI generated, but I fact check it because sometimes when you see things on AI, you have to fact check it, to make sure. And I was very, very, very pleased about Troy Ori. He was addressing the issue. They're more of a Muslim country. And he was warning persons not to be fighting one another over religion. And he told them straight, if we find you fighting and having conflict over religion, we will arrest you. And I was really pleased about that. Because it's important that people coexist no matter your religious beliefs.
That's absolutely correct. And all my research, all my experiences tell me that people of all faith, whatever they do have a way of connecting with whom they see as the master, and that's through prayer primarily. Yes? And so prayer is really whatever format it takes, whatever religion, whatever faith, it's there. It's that glue that really binds us all together. One thing we do, regardless of faith, we do pray a lot. Well, it's there. And today, that's what I want to talk about a little bit, Dougie, and I want to tie that into a health context, so to speak. And I'm going to take our listeners back to the definition of the World Health Organization, definition of health, the meaning and the debate, and so on. Now, the World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. That single sentence, my friends, written in 1946 and officially adopted in 1948, remains the organization's standing definition, yes, today. It has never been formally amended, despite decades of debate about whether it still fits the realities of modern life, of today's world. And now, what does this definition really say? The definition appears in the preamble to the World Health Constitution, which was drafted at the International Health Conference in New York between June and July of 1946. Representatives from some 61 countries signed it, and it entered into force on April 7th, 1948. The preamble also declares that the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being, without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic or social condition. May I read that again for you? This is what it says. The enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being, without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic or social condition. Out of these two ideas, right? Yes, these two ideas made this definition radical for its time. First, it framed health as something positive, not just the absence of something negative. Friends, before 1948, health was widely understood in purely biomedical terms. Basically, what we are talking about here, if you weren't sick, you were healthy. The WHO rejected that view. Second idea, it placed mental and social well-being on equal footing with physical health. That was an unusual stance in the 1940s, when mental health carried heavy stigma and social well-being wasn't part of the medical vocabulary. Unfortunately, friends, today we still have problems. We tend to see health in terms of physical conditions primarily. The problem of mental health, for example, is still highly stigmatized. Social conditions are not often seen when we talk about health and well-being for folks. We will talk about money, lack of money to buy medications and so on, but we can't look at we often talk about the determinants of health, all those factors with which we were born, we grow, we live, we age. So we don't take into consideration agriculture, communication, safety, and all those things. We look at them, as not part of factors that contribute to health and well-being. And I remember some years ago, and good morning to you, Mr. Eustace, if you're listening, some years ago, when Mr. Eustace, when he was in active politics with the New Democratic Party, talked about the social and spiritual redemption charter, something like that. I don't remember the exact words. But again, that embodied, in my view, based on what he presented, all those factors essentially that the World Health Organization has been talking about for years. And to me, where we should be going in terms of healthcare on St. Vincent and the Grenadines and elsewhere, to include the spiritual aspect. Now, in preparation for this program, I looked at the Harvard Gazette, a newspaper there. And it showed, for example, under the caption, spirituality linked with better health outcomes, patient care. And what they're talking about here, well, study shows it should be a vital part of future whole person-centered care. It should be part of. Spirituality should be incorporated into care of both serious illness and overall health, according to a study by the researchers at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and Brigham and Women's Hospital. That's in the Boston area. This study represents the most rigorous and comprehensive systematic of the modern day literature regarding health and spirituality to date, said Tracy Balboni, lead author and senior physician and at the Dana-Farber Brigham and Women's Cancer Center and professor of radiation oncology at Harvard Medical School. She goes on to say, the newspaper goes on to say, our findings indicate that attention to spirituality in serious illness and in health should be a vital part of future whole person-centered care. And the results should stimulate more national discussion and progress on how spirituality can be incorporated into this type of value-sensitive care. Well, according to Tyler Van der Weel, the John L. Loeb and Francis Lehman Loeb Professor of Epidemiology in the Departments of Epidemiology and Biostats at Harvard's Chan School, focusing on spirituality in healthcare means caring for the whole person, not just their disease. Spirituality is important to many patients as they think about their health. This study, if we were to continue with that, which was co-authored by Balboni and others, right, at the school, talks a lot about the importance of spirituality and health. According to the International Consensus Conference on Spiritual Care and Healthcare, spirituality is the way individuals seek ultimate meaning, purpose, connection, value, or transcendence. This could include organized religion, but extends beyond to include ways of finding ultimate meaning by connecting, for example, to family, community, and nature. Focusing on spirituality in healthcare means caring for the whole person, my friends, not just their disease. Now, a structured multidisciplinary group of experts called Delphi Panel then reviewed the strongest collective evidence and offered consensus implications for health and healthcare. They noted, my friends, that for healthy people, spiritual community participation, as exemplified by religious service attendance, is associated with healthier lives, including greater longevity, less depression and suicide, and less substance use. For many patients, spirituality is important and influences key outcomes in illness, such as quality of life and medical care decisions. Consensus implications included incorporating considerations of spirituality as part of patient-centered care and increasing awareness among clinicians and health professionals about the protective that is, beliefs of spiritual community participation. Now, Dougie, I sent you a clip there. I don't know if you got it.
Yes, I was asking if that was supposed to be played.
Yes. So why don't we do this, friends? If we can, sorry about that, Dougie. Someone shared this piece with me. It's about 2 minutes long by one Neil K. Shah, and you can research him. He's a researcher, especially when it comes to healthcare amongst seniors. And he has a piece that I shared.
Somebody close this. I can't get the Facebook open. I didn't realize that this has happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is problematic.
Okay, so it's by Neil Kesha. Under the caption, the question he's asking is prayer protecting your brain? And you can research it. You can look for Neil Kesha. That's Nealk, right? Initial K, Shah, SHAH. Is prayer protecting your brain? It's an interesting piece. I would encourage you to take a closer look at it or take a listen. I think you'll find it very, very useful. Now, before we go, for those of us of faith, those of us who believe in the Bible, those of us of Christian faith, we don't have to go far to really see the relationship between health and spirituality, health and religion, health and Christianity, and all those things. And we can take you to so many different verses in the Bible. For example, if you go to John 1:2, it says, yes, dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well.
Okay, hold on. I got it. Now. I got it.
Okay.
I had to do a dexterity
finding that genuinely surprised me. Is prayer protecting your brain? I think this is a really interesting finding that genuinely surprised me. Researchers at the University of South Australia studied the 24-hour activity patterns of nearly 400 older adults above the age of 60. They tracked everything like exercise, screen time, passive activities, cognitive engagement, and they really wanted to know which specific behaviors were the most protective of brain health. Prayer was one of the activities most strongly associated with better cognitive outcomes, and that finding isn't isolated. A study published in the peer-reviewed journal Religions analyzed data from the Health and Retirement Study, one of the longest-running aging studies in America, and tracked older adults with mild cognitive impairment. Increased frequency of private prayer was significantly associated with lower neuropsychiatric symptoms, better cognitive function, and fewer sleep disturbances. A 2025 analysis across multiple waves of the same study found that religious practices were associated with slower cognitive decline across white, Black, and Hispanic older adults. Here's why researchers believe this is happening. I think prayer activates a unique combination of cognitive processes simultaneously: focused attention, language processing, emotional regulation, and memory. That multi-system activation is exactly what brain health researchers look for in protective activities. Prayer also addresses one of the most powerful risk factors for dementia that exists: loneliness. Loneliness independently increases dementia risk by over 30%. Prayer creates a felt sense of connection, even for people who are sometimes physically isolated. For millions of caregivers out there who are alone with their situation, I think that's not a small thing, and it's biologically significant. If this resonates with you, send this to your church group or your prayer circle right now. I think the research belongs in faith communities, and it validates something that millions of people have lived quietly for decades and hundreds of years. Follow along, and I think there's more research like this coming every week that sometimes mainstream news never covers.
So that's it.
Yes, Dougie. There you had it there from Neil K. Shah, talking about research work that has shown and continues to show the positive relationship between prayer and wealth and health. That is health and wellness. And again, let me remind us that the Bible speaks a lot about health and wellness. We go to Isaiah 41:10. It says, do not fear, for I'm with you. Do not be dismayed. From your God, I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Jeremiah 30:17 tells us, but I will restore you to health and heal your wounds, declares the Lord. We also go to James 5:15. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. And Psalm 103:2-4. Praise the Lord, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your sins and heals of all of your diseases, who redeems your life from the pit and crowns with you with love and compassion. And we can go on and on. The Bible is loaded, right? Loaded with instructions and words of comfort and words that speak to prayer and other things like that. The Spirit just worked with me, Dougie, to really bring this to the fore today for our listeners, something for us to think about. There's no, I'm not imposing on anyone's values, religious values or not. It's just about prayer. And prayer is very universal of all religions, all faith. And I'm happy to hear on St. Vincent and the Grenadines that prayer or devotion, it still takes place in our schools. I don't know if it still happens the way it used to happen in my day, where you had devotion in the morning at 12 before going home for lunch, and when you return at 1 for school in the afternoon, and before you leave at 3. I don't think it happens that way anymore, but I'm happy to hear that devotion and prayers are still happening in our schools on St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Again, friends, I sincerely hope you found this useful and something for us to think about as we go about our daily lives. Prayer, so important. It doesn't have to be in the morning when you get up, you get on your knees and you pray, or before you go to bed. You can say a silent prayer just about every second, every minute of the day as you face challenges on a daily basis. Dougie?
Thank you very much, Dev. Have a nice day and nice weekend, okay?
Same to you, Dougie.
Everybody move.